Do I need a permit? This is the second part of a three-part series videos in which we tackle the question, do I need a permit? Hi, my name is Sam. I'm a senior designer at ISD Architects. In this video, we're going to talk about the other four conditions in which we would require a permit. But in this video, I would like to sketch the four conditions so that it becomes more clear to understand. So let's go now to the computer screen in order to show you exactly what these other conditions are.
Now I'm at my desk and my computer, and I'm doing a sketch for part 2 of the question that we raised in the last video, which is, do I need a permit? I'll try to make a sketch of a generic building. Could be anything, could be residential or commercial or industrial. Really doesn't matter. It's I'm trying to reveal in visual terms how to when is the fifth conditions require a permit. So in this case we have the basement, as you can see, and in the case that the basement require alteration in material or construction, then you definitely need a permit. And as you can see, I'm trying to show that there has been some walls added, or some plumbing fixtures, or some HVAC, or serious alteration to the unit in the basement. And I'm trying to show here the earth that surrounds the basement. Now the other conditions, which is quite related to the basement as well, I'm still in condition number 5, which is the basement alteration, is when you excavate in the basement, or you have new excavation. In this case you'd also need a permit in order to create that excavation, or if you have a structure that you want to place, including a basement entrance. So I've drawn here, or I'm trying to draw a staircase that goes down to the basement with an entrance. So in such a scenario you'd need a permit. Also, moving along, if you want to turn the basement into a second suite, then definitely a second suite apart from the alteration to the basement. So there are two different issues. And the second suite requires a permit, and now the second suite could be in the basement or could be second floor. The same goes, the same requirements apply in both cases. So the other condition that we require a permit, which is number 6 here, is when you do an energy performance improvement. And in this case I'm trying to show the same building or some other building where you have stormwater storage. Probably this is what we call green buildings. You put photovoltaics, for example. This is an extra load, and this is the sun, of course, and the extra load would require some structure that we'd need to design structurally in order to know exactly the loads that we apply on the roof. These are wind turbines, and also there is a lateral wind force. Sometimes people would put wind turbines, or there is a case where you create a green roof, and as whether you plant trees, or you plant some sort of a lawn or green elements in the roof, then you'd require a permit for all of these changes. The other condition that requires a permit is when you build a deck. Now I'm trying to show the deck here in section. So again, this is the basement, this is the earth surrounding the basement, and here is a deck that is above or equal to 24 inches or 60 centimeters, you require a permit for such a deck, and also you require a handrail or a guardrail to protect from falling. Now, the last condition in this video is to require a permit, obviously, is when you have a retaining wall. Now, a retaining wall supports the earth from one side and creates a void or a gap on the other, as you can see here. If that wall is equal or above 3 feet or 100 centimeters or 3 feet, then you would require a permit, provided that this retaining wall is adjacent to a public property. As I'll show here, this is the property line, and if it's adjacent to a public property, then you'd need a permit. It's also if it's adjacent to a building entrance. I'm going to show that in a second. So this is let's say this is a building entrance, then you would definitely need a permit for this wall, retaining wall. Or if it was adjacent to private property accessed by public. So there are private properties, not public properties, adjacent by public, then you definitely need a permit for that piece of wall or that retaining wall.
I hope you like this video. Please feel free to comment until we meet in the third video, which is would be the final video. I wish you all the best and have a great day.